I should like to play the game. I don't know anything about seeds. I'm not an agricultural expert. Right then. This is shockingly quiet. Press Control to slide and crouch. Okay. Right then, press left mouse button to bap, and right mouse button to block, presumably tab to open inventory, where I have things, and escape for pause menu, where you can see other things, including more controls. Oh, thank goodness for that. Okay then, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I apologise you can't see most of the map, but never mind. It's not running at 250 frames per second, my friend. The computer can't, the screen isn't even capable of displaying that. Let's go sliding. Whee! Splat! And now I've broken all of my bones. Hooray! But don't worry, there's many more bones that we can get, for I believe there to be skeletons here. Oh goodness, I've been zapped by some sort of demonous butterfly creature. How rude. Goodness, here's the skeleton I spoke about. Okay, so this is a little sort of procedurally generated dungeon crawler thingamajig where you sort of smash people in the face for being villainous old cads. Read tome. May I read this tome, please? Not enough gems. Oh goodness, the price of education is getting so very high. Steel sword. Press F. What does that do? Health already full. What on earth are you whammering on about? Oh, the F isn't for the steel sword. That's telling what weapon I've got. The F is for a healing potion. Alright then, get you on to a bit more violence. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Should I smash this thing? Oh goodness, it's villainous! It's a villainous old cad! That's better. May I have the gem, please? Thank you very much. I wish to go into the book and become learned. Anyway, yes, yeah, good evening, if I hadn't said that already. I can just disconnect the mouse. Hang on a second, let me fix that as soon as I find somewhere safe to stand where I'm not going to get murdered by a small butterfly creature. I'm gonna get murdered by a small butterfly creature. Oh god, oh god. I'm trying, not the filters, the properties, for crying out loud. The properties, OBS, the properties. There we are, that's better. Sorry about that, I had to fiddle with something for a minute, but it's alright, we fixed it now. Everything's better. Oh man alive, these videos are always a disaster. Plus 10% to attack speed. Ah, excellent. It's all written in gobbledygook and I can't read it. No, I think it's written in Greek, actually, now that I realise, and there's a link to the developer, but alright. It's a bit weird, but alright, doesn't matter, there's a skeleton over there. I'm going to go hit him in the face with a steel sword in a moment. Indeed. Oh, goodness, he has friends! He has many friends. Oh, goodness, hello. He's also got wibbledy-wobbledy legs, but I like that. Okay, so, what into the sun just happened? I was trying to block. I didn't mean to get hammed down on him like that. There we go. Oh, a health potion. I should like to have that, please. Thank you very much. Okay, better wait for my health to recoup before I go off and assault anybody else. So yes, this is, as you can see, a little sort of procedurally generated dungeon game where you go around smashing things up in order to get stuff. Attack speed potion. Oh, goodness. That did not go brilliantly well. Stamina potion, I'll have that, yeah, sure. I need a bit of stamina to survive some of the dreadful recordings I have to make these days, but never mind. So yes, it needs a bit of music. It really needs a bit of music. But ignoring the bit of music that it needs and doesn't have, this was made for a little jam, as was implied at the beginning. Although this is a slightly updated version with some extra little bits and bobs put in, sort of post-jam. And it looked quite cute. And apparently, as we saw at the beginning, it has these sort of sliding mechanics, where if you go up places, you can then slide down them and then crack your legs. Ain't that excellent? Alright, let us read another book and learn things. Plus 20 to a maximum HP. Excellent, indeed. Alright then, put the volume up a little bit for the sake of not going completely deaf. Okay then, so I presume that those perks are permanent, as opposed to the potions which are less permanent. How do I switch my potions out to decide which potion I want? I have my inventorium. Okay, so I've got my health potions, I've got my attack speed potions, and I've got my stamina potions, various different brands of energy drink that will convince me that I am greater than I actually am. Goodness. I like the combat. The combat works very nicely. It's incredibly smooth. Certainly a lot more so than you would expect from a little jam game, which you usually made in the space of like 7 to 10 days. So I'm rather impressed. Right then, let us murder some more flying butterfly, bunny rabbit creatures, and then smash some pottery out of pure frustration for life. Alright, I should pick these things up. Reminds me of collecting studs in Lego games. I should like to read this, please. Plus 10% to block speed. Excellent. Good, 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 good. I don't have enough to read that one, presumably. They all seem to be 100. Maybe they're going to get more expensive as time goes by. That tends to be how inflation works, so it wouldn't surprise me if that is the truth of it. Some more pottery. Excellent. Okay then. I really like this actually. I think sword combat with like attacking and blocking, sort of, well, not fencing combat exactly, but like swords without shields. Additionally swordy I have become. Yeah, sort of sword combat I think is a bit sort of underappreciated and underutilized in the video game world, sadly. Especially in deference to shooters and things like that. So there's a mace there. Can I have the? Oh, there were loads of weapons on the floor that I could have taken ages ago, and I never realised because I'm really, really frickin' dumb. Do I want the speed to be low or speed to be high? Is it like a speed rating, or a higher rating means it's faster, or is it like a physical measurement of time of how long it takes to strike, in which case I want it to be lower? I'm going to go with the mace, I think. I rather like maces. Well, let's equip it and see if it seems slower. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea whatsoever. Let me read this. Not enough gems. Oh, goodness. Dastardly poor person that I am. Okay, can't go this way. Right then. Do I have limited inventory space? Oh, though, that's not great, is it? Never mind. Let's go and find somebody else to hit in the face with a big stick. That sounds like an excellent plan, if you ask me. What is down here? A big ramp. Is this like the exit to the level, perhaps? I don't know. But we're going down. Yes, it is. Level 2. Ow, my face. Oh, literally my face. You hit me in the face. You're a mean skeleton man. Giddy aunt. Not that I've met a lot of friendly skeleton people. Can I, I can. Okay, giddy aunt. I can get my bum roasted as well, which was not entirely expected. Hello? What is going on here? Who are you? That's an Adventure Time thing, isn't it? I think. It's also got rubbish damage, so, but it is got fire damage, it does look cool. Alright then, I've never seen Adventure Time, so I haven't got the faintest idea what this is. But whatever it is, I will murder somebody with it, because goodness knows, cartoons are designed for nothing more than supplies of murdering. I'm sure that's how it works. For crying out loud, would you stop setting fire to my bum? I'm the bum setting fire expert around here. My small flapping friend. Right then. Well, that was interesting and successful. More successful than any right to be. Let's go another perk. More HP. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, giddy aunt. I'm going to jump. I'm going to leap into battle and not take any damage, which actually surprises me. Yeah, I love their little movement animations. It's so cute. Oh, blocking requires a bit of stamina. Oh, I see. So I can't just block endlessly. Okay, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? You'd sort of expect that you would have to require some amount of strength in order to block the mines and arrows of opposing skeletons and all of that various stuff. How many gems do I have? Just enough. There we are. More HP. Excellent. I don't know if this is endless in the sense that as if I have to define what the word endless means. Let me just kill you for the sake of distracting people from the stupid thing that I just said while setting you on fire and making you look marginally more cool than you already did. I'll have that, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know if this is endless in the sense that it will just randomly continue to create new levels with more difficult enemies and new stuff forever, or whether there will eventually be a limit, and you know, if I reach like level 50 bazillion, it will then decide that I am good. What did that say? That's a great sword! I'm sure it's an absolutely lovely sword. I'll give it all of the praise in the world. Would you kindly die a horrifying death? Thank you. This has poison damage. A bronze poisoned greatsword. Oh, let's try that for a bit. Let's have this, please. Let's drop that, because we don't really need it anymore. Okay, is this slower? It seems a bit slower, yes. What is this one? Maximum stamina. Excellent. This is a lot like sort of different upgrades you can get in Skyrim and things. I like that. Ow, I'm getting smacked in the face. Okay, never mind. I tell you a game that had really good sword combat to go back to, or at least as best I can remember it. Oh, I thought he had a bow at first, but no, I don't think he does. A game that had really good sword combat was that old Pirates of the Caribbean game. I've referenced it once or twice before. I think it was called Pirates. Yeah, I think it was just called Pirates of the Caribbean, even though it had very, very, very little to do with the actual Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Or just tangentially, pretty much. At least I can kill those butterfly creatures in one hit now. Ow, which is good. Most of the time. Yeah, in that game you played as a sort of a pirate who, you had a sword and you had a pistol, and you could do combat a lot like this with sort of striking and blocking as well. And I really enjoyed the fencing in that. That was really good. That's one of the few games I can actually remember that has really nice sword combat like this, but perhaps this is the beginning of more good sword combat like this. Let me read and become additionally brainy. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm not even sure reading a book can increase your level of endurance, unless it's teaching you some kind of breathing exercise or something. Okay, that's the exit. I've been bapped twice, thrice. I'm glad it didn't hit me again, because I don't know what comes after thrice. Let's have some more potions, please. Let's do some more reading as well. What? Plus 1 per second health regeneration. Ah, so my health is regenerating faster. This is excellent, and I approve of this. Okay then, let me see where I've been and where I've not been. Have I been round here? Or not? Have I been everywhere? Ignore that sound. That is the cat scratching herself and bashing the desk. I sincerely apologise. What are you? You're most strange. Are you just bigger and stronger? Rather than being particularly sort of special in any which way. That one's a bit of a pacifist, isn't he? Well, he's a dead pacifist now. Do some more reading. Plus 20 to my maximum HP. Good, good, good. I really like this. This is really fun. It's quite simple, but it's very smooth. It's very a steel ice mace. Goodness, this does ice damage. It also does a little bit more damage than mine does. So let's switch over to this for the sake of variety. We have the the mace of Mr. Freeze, even, and let's just see what sort of villainous mischief we can get up to with that. Okie dokie then. More stamina. This is good. Let's head on to the next level. Whee! Splat. I like the sliding mechanics. I wonder if in the harder levels they're going to get somehow incorporated into the combat somehow, because I feel like that's where their true value is going to. Ow, my face! Do you mind? Ow, my face! Stop setting fire to my face with your steel arrows of death. Can I block them? Oh, I can. I don't know why I didn't try doing that before. Maybe, Phil, once in a blue frickin' moon, you might consider actually, defending yourself against the villainous cads that are trying to hurt you. Oh, that's applying that void damage stuff again. Oh, I see. So that's like a temporary status effect, like the poison and the fire that I must implement onto them. Okay, that makes a little bit of sense. I reckon I can understand that. Okay, here are some more skeleton villains. Ooh, whoa, a titanium ice staff. Goodness, I have this. I should become a mage instead of a knight. I want to get to a point where I can strike them twice in between each hit, but I don't think I'm going to be quite clever enough to do that. What does this do? Plus 10 to my block speed. Excellent. Can I have a play around with this thing, whatever this is? I have the Staff of Doom. This is a really cool looking staff, actually. Is this a projectile? It is! Goodness! And suddenly I'm really bad at this because I've not been practicing any games where you have to aim. Ow. Can I block with this? Oh, I still can. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so that's good. That means you don't always have to be restricted to melee weapons. You can also have projectile weapons, and you can switch between them as and so you please. I really like that. I also like that there's plenty of upgrades, because that allows you to sort of level without having any kind of XP system in place. So that's rather nice. I'll rather like that. Right then, this Mage of Mischief is going to go this way, because I think that's the way to the next level. So, oh goodness. See, for folks like you, I reckon this is going to be pretty effective, because it's going to allow me to stay further away, which means you're not going to be quite so good at hitting me with your void pellets, or whatever it is that you're kicking about. It also seems like it has some kind of area of effect, because it was killing that little butterfly creature, even though I wasn't actually directly shooting the creature, so that's nice. Right then, let's pick up some more gemstones. Thank you very much. This really does remind me of like playing old Lego games and picking up studs. That really does remind me of that. Okie dokie then. Let's fire a few more catapults of ice down here. Or catapults a bit more ice down there, if I could even speak correctly. Which would be a small miracle, I know. Alright, let's just read some more. Get another degree. A degree in moving my arm rather quickly. I mean, I do have a lot of experience in that, so, you know, that shouldn't be difficult. Right then, who wishes to get murdered? Oh, goodness, you're going to be a bit more difficult. Oh, that took a lot of stamina. Oh, no, it didn't. I don't know where. Oh, no, because I was sprinting all over the place. I didn't see what I was doing. I was being very stupid. I sincerely apologise. Okay, right, could you please die? Could you... Ow! Could you please die, you big, aggressive quality street? Thank you. Goodness, he was strong. That was not fun on a Christmas bun. Okay, let's just read again. Can I get a new one? Okay, yep, there we are. So that's more health regeneration. I don't know how many, oh, giddy on. I don't know how many different upgrades there will be. I presume not a huge volume, otherwise it would block most of the screen, and that would become really annoying after a while. So, and my aim isn't in the slightest bit annoying. Would you mind not doing that, you mischievous man? What does this freeze damage do? Is it just a form of ice damage, or is it, Oh, it's not freeze damage. That's saying frozen. So every once in a while, it's suddenly being reminded of a Disney movie. No, every once in a while, it's freezing the enemy, like giving them a temporary paralysis. I see. I understand now. Suddenly things are falling into place. All right, let's just do a bit more bashing of this man. I don't know what it is, but I really like the little skeleton models. They remind me of I don't know. They remind me of lots of really old sort of dungeon crawler games, and that's probably where they're inspired by. All right, let's just go for another little slippy slide. I like this. Gideon. Thank you. I'm really curious how it. Oh, Gideon! So I've really been thrown into the foray, or whatever the word is, into the battle, into the battle. That will do. Don't need to be complicated with this. Yeah, I do wonder from like a technical perspective how this actually. I hope that's a statue of a skeleton and not a real skeleton, because if it is a real skeleton, I'm probably going to get ever so slightly murdered. It's two real skeletons. Oh, giddy out. Nice shot. Oh, giddy out. Thank you. I think I'm going to need... Would you mind not doing that? I think I'm going to need some potions to deal with them. So let me see if I can wander around and kill a few of their little minions first in order to see if I can find any extra potions, any extra upgrades, or, I got it wrong again, any extra Giddy, would you mind not shoving that up my bum? I made a very specific point about you not doing that. Yeah, let me see if I can get a few more upgrades before we go off and fight them. I'm glad there's more advanced enemy types. I'm hoping there's going to be, like, bosses as well. That's it till, thank you. It will put, like, the ramp that I need to get to the next level on the far side of a room which has a boss in it. I feel like that would be that's spooky and scary. I don't like that. But yeah, just to return to my random ramblings about would you mind not doing that? Would you mind ever so much not doing that? Thank you very much. To return to my random ramblings about game design, yeah, I'm sort of curious to know how this actually manages. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, I can probably kill you if I'm patient, and I'm not. Let's sort of swing around you, see if I can get behind you a bit. You should stop bapping me with that thing. Okay, they're not quite as tough as I thought they'd be. Yeah, and they're the ones with the great swords. Okay, that makes a bit of sense. But yeah, how does this actually sort of do each individual level? Oh, this again? This again? Does every one of these secret rooms have this same? Yeah, I didn't see you there, you sneaky little one. Ah, I didn't see you there, you additionally sneaky one. That's better. Yeah, do all of these have the same thing in them, or is there a bit more variety to it than that? I hope there's more variety than that, otherwise it's going to be a bit of a letdown. But, yeah, when it's just to come back to my point again for the third time. When it's loading, oh gosh. When it's loading a new level, it's like a seamless transition between one level and the next, which, maybe I should go to my staff. Staff of Doom. Yes, when it's sort of loading you from one level to the next, it seems to do that pretty much seamlessly, which is quite impressive, given that I presume it doesn't load many levels in advance. Yeah, so it has no loading screen, yet it seems to do it very smoothly, which I am impressed by, especially for a little jam game, which you kindly die. Thank you. Oh, giddy aunt. Okay, there's another staff over there. That might be a staff of poison. Giddy aunt. Seems it's got some old mouldy food on the other end of it or something. The Sapphire Poison Staff, how does that compare with this? It does do more damage, so let's go to the Sapphire Poison Staff, which glows with the energy of the Borg. Indeed, he will be assimilated into my giddy aunt. Please don't assimilate my giddy aunt. She's got enough troubles as it is with her lack of balance at the moment, and we really don't need things getting any worse with you, ow, my face. With you, sticking your nanoprobes in her. So, please forgive me of that. Okay, then. Dear, oh dear, dear. The game doesn't seem very dependent on the potions at the moment, but maybe that comes into play a bit later when things get a little bit more difficult. What is this? This is a ruby fire sword. Goodness, I like the sound of that. Much better than my steel mace of ice. So let me go with this big slice of bacon and see what I can do. Excellent, much greater attack speed. Oh goodness, I am an expedient murderer. This is excellent. If there's one thing that I cannot stand about murderers, it is their tardiness. Let me have this thing. Thank you very much. Oh, giddy aunt. Yes, indeed, somebody to say hello to here. Somebody ever so slightly vicious. Oh, giddy aunt. I feel like if you could meet a living skeleton, they probably would. They would probably be a bit vicious. I mean, I certainly would be. You know. Can you imagine how drafty it would be? Okay, dokie. Let's murder somebody else and see what else we've got around here. Then we'll need to return back to the beginning in order to go down that little, oh, giddy aunt, go down the area to the next level. Okay, this is going to be a problem because I want to kill the butterflies without drawing the wrath of skeleton of bronze over there. Giddy aunt. I mean, I'm third rate in life, but he's third rate in death. Would you just die, friend? Do these have like an area of effect? Oh, I think they do. It kind of lets off like a little kind of explosion of poison around them. Alright, just a bit more bashing. He actually looks really cool with the fire. That's actually a really nice effect. Okay, I've definitely gotten fast enough to hit them twice. Excellent. Yeah, okay. So I don't think there's any kind of leveling per se, in the sense of, you know, like a rusty sword or a proper sword or anything like that. So I think the like all the ruby fire swords, for example, will be the same. What differs in them is their enchantment, whether they're like fire damage or poison damage or ice damage, things like that. And also sort of the material they're made out of, like when we graduated from the steel to the bronze to the ruby. So, so long as it's just a big red sword, I don't think I have that much to be overly concerned about. I do like that you can move nice and fast, which is really good for these sort of dungeon crawly things where you have to be vaguely expedient, particularly when you go the wrong way around the roundabout and then you look like a great big dunce. Alright, I'm going to open with a bit of poisoning, I think. Just going to throw this on the floor here and hopefully get the both of you at the same time, because that would be nice and efficient. Yeah, I think I'm getting both of you. I'm also taking a huge lot of damage, but never mind, I'm just going to scamper away. I'm going to sincerely hope that the world freezes while I'm in my inventory. Ow. Okay, they're taking my stamina down twice as quickly now. Oh goodness, we have new things to look at. We have a sapphire ice greatsword and a bronze great hammer. I'm actually going to have both of these because I really want to hit somebody in the face with a massive, massive, massive hammer. Oh, this is nice. I like this. I am so going to whack someone. Okay, this is a speed of 1. There's no way a hammer is slower. Oh, there's no way a hammer is faster, rather, than a... Wow, that's a lot of damage. There's no way a hammer is faster, so it must be a kind of a speed rating, and you want a higher rating and not a lower rating. Okay, it's not like it's saying it will strike within 1 second or anything like that. Okay. Presumably, the hammers are better. Like an equivalent hammer would be better than an equivalent sword, because we've been getting like the ruby and sapphire stuff, but it's only just started to give me the bronze. What is this? A wooden poison staff. I don't think I want a wooden poison staff, do I? Because that's a sapphire poison staff, because that's better. Yeah, that's actually way better. Okay, that's a strangely low level drop, but never mind. I'm still poor. Never mind. Let's go with this, because this is a little bit faster and significantly higher damage, and also does ice, as well as everything else. So that's lovely. We can have a nice glass of lemonade, thanks to our device of beheadment. No, there's nobody here. Let's find additional evidence for our theory. Yes. This isn't even leveled, is it? So this isn't... No, this doesn't seem to be any different. Okay, then. So I don't think there's a lot of point in checking these out. Hi, friend. Are you checking me out? Can I... Ow! I was going to say, can I hit you from under here? But it seems like you can hit me as well. Just poking your sword in the hole. Don't go don't go sticking your holes in... your swords in any holes. That's most uncouth. Okay, then. Oh, this is really fun. I really like this. Would you die? Thank you very much. This reminds me also a little bit of that other game that we played some time ago. There was a bit of a tower defense game. Oh, I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but never mind. Spineless, I think. Unlike these fine fellows over here, who are very largely spined. Giddy aunt. I didn't see their spines. Oh, giddy aunt. I really don't want to be fighting too many of you. I just want to get rid of those little butterfly creatures before they zap my bottom. Where'd they go? Oh, there he is. Right, there we are. That's better. Now I can actually wage war with the poor friend that I've left about 6 miles behind as I've gone on my little marathon. Thank you. Ow, my face. You really have to aim up the blocking carefully if I can get my words right around. Otherwise, you still get hit. It's a shame. But this is fun. I like this. This is the wrong way. I don't like that quite so much, but never mind. I don't think I've been here. No, I definitely haven't. There's no way I would have left such a villainous old cad hanging around had I been here previously. Right, had to smash some more pottery to support the local clay market or something. I don't know. Destruction of pottery. People need to buy more of them. Maybe that would stimulate demand. I haven't got the faintest idea what I'm yammering on about. Okay then, I feel like I've been most places, so where am I going from here? Because I thought this was the way to access the exit, but it seems like I have been ever so slightly mistaken in that I was totally wrong about everything. It looks like it might be over this way and to the right. This is why I need to look more at the map and less at less at the less at the map even, and more where I'm actually going. Never mind. I apologise that you can't see all of the map, but there's stuff in every... Ow, my face! There's stuff in every corner, so I would be remiss of putting myself anywhere. Okay, here's a much better hammer. Oh goodness, that's a lot of damage. Let me get rid of that and switch to my nice big hammer, because I do like hammering people in the face. Right, prepare to get hammered. That's a lot of damage. Okay, oh actually I think you can ricochet. It's not just about surviving the attack from those little creatures. I think you can actually ricochet. Can I do that sort of carefully enough in order to actually hit them back? A bit, yes, but that is a sport that would require an awful lot of dexterity and brain, and I have neither of these things. So you'll pardon me if I give up on that little sport, and I'll go back to hammering them in the face like the caveman I am. I guess if there's heaps and heaps of enemies sort of clumped up together, then ricocheting bullets could be quite useful, because you'd be very unlikely to miss. But in most situations, I think I'm still quite likely to miss. Right then, waddle over here, you ricket-suffering maniac. Ooh, critical hit chance. What does a critical hit do? Does a critical hit do like a one-hit kill, or does it like double my damage, or presumably gives me some additional damage in some manner or another? But the precise multiply is unknown to me. Alrighty then, that doesn't matter. I think it is the same thing every time though, which is a bit of a shame. That's a little bit of a disappointment. But I guess you couldn't come up with like a huge number of various different. Would you stop doing that? You can't come up with a huge number of various different little secrets and things to put in there when you've got so little time to make your game. Would you stop doing that? Thank you very much. Giddy on. It seems like we have graduated to, hello, you're still so cute. It seems like we have graduated to different kinds of upgrades, because we're getting a lot of the critical hit ones at the moment. And we've previously never had them. Either that or it's completely random chance, and I'm seeing patterns where none exist, which is entirely plausible. Okie dokie. Let's go... Have we been down here? Yo, yeah, no, it would seem, because this is the way to the next level. Okay, that was a quick one, but that's alright. Don't mind a quickie. Yo, giddy on. That went a little further than I expected, but never mind. I only asked for a quickie, after all. Giddy on. Do some more reading, please. we are. 1 more second of my health regeneration. 10% of my stamina. Okay, well, let's kill the theory I was about to start espousing. I was wondering whether you can only get 10 of each upgrade, because we've got 10 of what I presume is the attack speed, and we had 10 of the, what I think are the stamina. The stamina things, the little plus. The thing we've now got 11 of. So I was wondering if you'd only get 10, and maybe that's why it was now giving me the criticals, because it could no longer give me the basic stuff, but I think that's a rubbish theory. Okay, there's another mace here which does 72. This does, ooh, a multi-elemental sapphire mace. Goodness, how exciting. Oh, the potions count as 1 each? Fiddlesticks and confound everything. Okay, what should I get rid of? I'll get rid of that. I'll get rid of that. Let me see. I kind of still want everything else. I guess I don't really need that anymore. Mind you, this does nearly twice as much damage, even though that does two types of damage. So never mind, I'll just chuck all this stuff on the floor like a very tidy person. Giddy-yot. I've forgotten about you lot for a while. Man alive. Oh, there we are. Apparently a critical did 272 damage, which is double. Yeah, okay, so a critical does double damage. That makes some semblance of sense. I think that's generally the multiplier that most people would use. Alright, allow me to... Oh, that didn't drop anything? He didn't drop anything? For crying out loud, that mischievous little so-and-so. Alright, I'm actually going to stop just picking up every healing potion that I find, because yeah, we still haven't needed any. I'm sure they would enhance me, but you know, I prefer to be all natural rather than chemically enhanced. So I'll leave that to one side for the moment. I've still not enough gems. Why is everyone around here so very poor? Give me your monies. Give me your funds. Ow, my face. I'm getting hit. Right, that's better. Idiot. It didn't last very long though, but then again, let's not make that joke again, for crying out loud. Let's just go and hit something. I do find it a bit weird that I've suddenly become some kind of bug exterminator. I'm just wandering around hitting butterflies in the face with a big hammer. Ow, would you stop doing that, you mischievous little cat? Yes, never mind. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going around hitting things with big hammers and making myself very happy in the process. Okay, let's see what we've got over here. Let me came this way. Hello, friend. Kitty. I'm amazed they can actually survive a hit from this hammer, because it is a very... Yeah, you're having a fun time, aren't you? Allow me to end your fun time by ending your death, I suppose, because he's not really alive. Kitty, you're alive, though, and I'll end that for certain, and no mistake. Okie dokie, here we are, extra health regen, I like that. And more critical hit. Excellent, up to 20% on that, so that's pretty good. Because that increases the damage of absolutely everything, so that is absolutely fantastic. Presuming that everything is still, everything is capable of having criticals. It's not like major staffs and things. Ow, my face. I'm going to have no nose by the end of this. Yeah, presuming that things like staffs are still able to get criticals. I imagine they would be able to. It would be a bit strange if they weren't. It would also kind of weigh the combat a bit too heavily in favour of the swords and stuff. Okay, that's just a bronze one. That's not too important because I have a sapphire one which is 72. Yeah, and sapphire's got to be better than bronze. Okay then, even though I think RPGs and sort of fantasy games have taken a little bit of a liberty by making weapons out of things like ruby and gold and sapphire and things, and diamonds as well. When maybe not diamonds, because diamonds can be quite hard and sharp, but I feel like things like gold are probably quite soft metals to the best of my understanding. And things like sapphire would probably be extremely difficult to actually rend it into the appropriate shape. But I don't know. I'm not a blacksmith. I don't have the faintest idea what I'm yammering on about. I just come here and I annoy you endlessly with my infernal prattle with no understanding of where the hell I... Oh gosh, this is going to be so much fun. Whee! Oh, giddy aunt. That was really, really nice. I really like that. Okay, I'm really glad they're starting to implement a little bit more when it comes to these things. A bronze ice staff. That is rubbish. Now me to read some books. I have read many books. I have become big and brainy. Good. Let's do this again. Oh, kitty aunt. It's like a skate park. That's really good. I really like that. That's very nice. Very nice indeed. Nice to have a little bit of a change from the bashing people around in the face. Have I been through here before? No, presumably I have not. Otherwise I would not have left a little miscreant such as that flapping creature to continue to annoy me. Please give me a coin. You didn't, and now I'm cross because I can't read any of these books. Oh, kitty aunt. You should give me some. You still give me some money, and my breakfast will give me hiccups. But other than that, everything's brilliant. Apart from the fact that I've just whacked over the head with a big sword, which is a little bit less than brilliant. I hope that isn't a controversial statement to make. I hope that's not going to divide the audience when I say that getting smashed in the face with a big piece of bronze by a skeleton monster is suboptimal. At least compared with the status quo, anyway. Okay, then. I like this. I don't know what this thing is. It reminds me a bit of... it's my current mace. That's basically the same. Actually, no, it's worse because it doesn't do the ice damage. Yeah, I don't know what those funny creatures are. Bronze ice hammer. Oh, I see. So there's standard hammers, like one-handed hammers, and then there's these big sort of great two-handed hammers. Oh, I see. It's got all sorts of different weapons in it. A bit like Skyrim. I rather like that. That's rather cute and adorable. What the hell was I yammering on about? I have no idea. Doesn't matter. Books are expensive, aren't they? And Waterstones as well. Okay, let's move very swiftly on from all of this rubbish and pick up some more stuff. Interesting that it's kind of upgrading the upgrades. As it were, would you kindly die? Thank you very much. A titanium sword. At least that's the sort of thing someone might actually make a sword out of, for crying out loud. At least titanium's nice and light. That's not where I want to go. This is the direction I want to go, I think. Yes, this way. Yeah, it's kind of upgrading the upgrades. Now that it's sort of giving them like 20% boosts and things like that, which is nice. I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about you, wasn't I? I was talking about you villainous piece of villainous piece of confectionery. Never, ow, my face, do you mind? Yeah, they remind me a little bit of those big circular purple creatures from the first Destiny game. They were members of Fallen, if I remember correctly. I think they were robots or something. I can't remember, honestly. There's one thing I never paid much attention to. It was Destiny, for crying out loud. There we are. Good, good, good. But yeah, they remind me a bit of that. They're sort of big floating purple creatures of death and destruction. Okay, let's go this way, because this seems to be a dead end. So there's no way they can escape. Kitty aunt. There's no way I can escape being bashed in the face either. Dear, I'm wondering how well balanced this is, because I was imagining this would be a bit more difficult than it actually is, in the sense that I can get through most of the fights without bothering with the blocking. I'm just doing it because I rather like the kind of fencing mechanics, but I've certainly not needed the potions. So if they did want to make it a bit more difficult, I think perhaps making the books more expensive in later levels, so that you can't get quite as many all the time, might contribute to balancing out the difficulty a bit better. And yeah, making the enemies probably do more damage. I don't know, are the enemies doing more damage? It's difficult to tell. What's going on in there? Some interesting things in there. Oh no, I thought it was a new layout of room, it's not. Are they doing more damage? Let me wait for myself to heal. I'm going to use a potion actually, probably. Oh, goodness, that's a nice little animation. I enjoyed that. Yeah, how much damage do you do? A fair amount? I have no idea how much you did at the beginning, which makes a comparison impossible unless I have no idea, but maybe they're doing more damage, I don't know. That's doing 91. What am I doing? I'm doing 136. Well, never mind that idea then. Maybe I'm just lucky because I've got hold of this great big hammer of justice that I never realised was I never realised would be as good as it is. Okie dokie then. I can block really fast now, which is excellent. Okay, giddy odd. Thank you. You don't really stand a chance against me, so I don't really know why you bother. But never mind. I'm glad to see you're attempting. You know, you haven't given up on life or death. Giddy odd. Wouldn't mind these butterflies giving up on life once in a blue moon. Yeah, I feel like less upgrade books, and would you kindly die a horrifying death, you villainous little cad. Yeah, less upgrade books are making the upgrade books less frequent, or more expensive, even if I can get my words right around. Let's have this one instead, actually. Yeah, because this one does a tiny tad more damage. Instead of 136, it does... Can't even find it for crying out loud. Where is it? There it is, because I'm holding the wrong one for crying out loud. Yeah, it does a bit more damage and does two types of elemental instead of just one, which is thoroughly excellent and marvellous and lovely. Hello, friends. I'm hoping they're going to introduce some more enemy types soon, otherwise it's going to stagnate a little bit, but I guess within 10 days there's only so much stuff that you can actually implement, and this is a shockingly large amount of different things. There's different potions, different upgrades, different weapons and things that they've actually implemented for such a short space of time. But I guess once you've sort of constructed the pieces, as it were, the computer itself can make a big skeleton man who will punch you in the face, but never mind. Sort of once you've got the components in place in terms of like the different upgrades and how they affect your various different statistics and the different models for the different weapons and all their various different statistics, I guess you can just kind of give all the pieces to the computer and let it work it out on its own, what sort of different combinations it's going to give to you. So that's nice. And the fact that it's randomly generated is also nice because it gives it lots of replayability. So that's all very nice and good, isn't it? Okay then, I feel like I'm getting annoyed by the number of books I'm going to leave behind, even though it's totally unnecessary for me to get too many books, because I'm kind of a bit overpowered as we are. Giddy I think I got a critical hit on him. Giddy I really hope we meet some kind of boss at some point, or at least a new enemy type or something. Something to... Yeah, there we are. It's like sometimes it's giving me double. I guess sort of a blue flash when that happens. Most mysterious. I don't know what that's about. I'll tell you what that's about. Insufficient compared to the status quo. That's what that is. Let's have another book, please. Should stop doing that. I don't... Oh, well... I was saying I don't really need the stamina that much, I guess, because you don't need to do too much of the blocking. I've never been in a situation where I've been completely drained of my stamina due to the fact that I was blocking. So... It's a bit sorry, isn't it, when I just sort of wander in, I just bash them, and they just immediately die a horrific death. It's like they don't even get a chance, poor souls. Literal poor souls at this rate. Because that'd be all that's left after I've pulverised them with my great big hammer of doom. Maybe if more of them did status effects, like if maybe the sort of once you get past a certain level, the enemies start having weapons that actually have status effects on them, like they do fire and ice damage and things like that. That might help balance it out a little bit more as well. Or maybe those things do come into play, and I just haven't reached those levels yet. I don't know. I also don't know where I'm going because I'm a little bit lost. I do wish you could kind of zoom out a little bit on the map to give yourself a better idea of where you're going, which is not down there, is the long and the short of it. Actually, I haven't got the fence to do where I'm going. No, seriously, where am I going? Actually, let's do some sliding. Hooray! I enjoy doing that. That is very strange and bizarre as a game mechanic, but I enjoy it greatly. I'll go this way. Is this where I'm going? Slide and continue to slide. Indeed, go to level 9. Ow, my face! Ricocheted around the corner then. That's a bit of a new one. Okay, titanium fire staff. I feel like there ought to be a few more staffs as well. I feel like it's sort of biased towards the old bashing people in the face, I suppose. Okay, looks like there might be another one of those skate park rooms off to the side there. So allow me to gather up a bit of money before we go in there. Otherwise, oh, there's two actually on the map. Yeah, I want to avoid them so I've got plenty of money when I go in. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to get all the books and I'll have to go back later. I don't want to do that. I wish to be efficient with my time. So many monsters and not enough time in the day to murder them all. So I wish I had to be most expedient about this. Okay, I think those guys only die in one hit when I get a critical on them, which seems a little bit more fair. Otherwise, it would be a bit mean. Okay, oh kitty yacht. I didn't realise there's a little damage indicator there in order to try and give me a clue as to what. Oh, someone got cocky. Someone got very cocky, but never mind. I really like this. Okay, so it gives you like little stats that you can sort of compare your previous previous numbers to. That's nice. I really like this. This is really fun. Very professional and very cute. It just, yeah, if it was balanced a bit more to make it a little bit more challenging, although clearly it has gotten relatively challenging. I love that my health is now regenerating. Maybe I am going to be resurrected as the skeletons, then fight the next poor unfortunate soul that wanders in here looking for a bit of money. Yes, I like this. Very professional. Could do with some music and possibly a little bit more balancing. Something really freaky is going on with the map. It's kind of, I've kind of realised it's actually not 2D, it's actually 3D, and it's kind of turned sideways. That's a little bit weird. Let me see if I can move the camera to show you what's going on. No, but I can move the whole hecking game, which isn't quite what I planned on doing, but never mind. As you can see, the map has gone a bit funny. But never mind, it doesn't matter. I guess that allows it to show the kind of the depth of things, and that kind of makes sense. Right, never mind any of that. I sincerely apologise. This is really fun. I really like it. Yeah, bit of sort of nice battle music would really add something. But other than that, I really, really enjoy this. I hope you did as well. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.